Saha tracking that story for us very closely. Palmi, first of all, give us a sense of what Mahua Moitra has said in her defense, given the statement of Hiranandani, and how is the TMC viewing this entire situation?
Well, Mahua Moitra did release a press statement late last evening after that explosive letter from Darshan Hiranandani was out in the public domain, which he, of course, says is a sworn affidavit. Mahua Moitra says that who has he sent it to? The CBI or the Ethics Committee, as is being claimed? Of course, we know that the Ethics Committee Chairman, Mr. Vinod Sonkar, just spoke to us a short while ago and said that he's not in receipt of any such letter. The CBI is yet to lodge a case on the basis of the complaint that Jai Anant Dehadrai has filed before them. She, of course, says and alleges that Darshan Hiranandani was pressurized to, in fact, put this letter together and make these allegations and charges against Mahua Moitra by the Prime Minister's office, by the BJP at their behest. He's, in fact, written this letter, signed it off. It probably is drafted by the PMO itself. Darshan Hiranandani has simply signed on it because it doesn't look like an affidavit. It's not on an official letterhead. It is not notarized. It's not stamped. It's only on white paper that a printed statement has been put out, and Darshan Hiranandani seemingly has signed at the bottom of it. She says that this is all in order to pressurize Mahua Moitra to shut up and stop speaking about the Adani issue, stop raising the Adani issue in Parliament and outside. She says this is not going to deter her. She's going to not relent as far as this pressure is concerned, and she'll continue to raise these questions in Parliament and outside. So all of this, she says, looks like, she claims, that within 20 minutes, Darshan Hiranandani was simply asked to sign on this letter with a gun held to his head.
Right. Palmi, I'm just going to come back to you in a moment from now, but let's now take a look at the explosive charges, really, in the Hiranandani affidavit, as far as Mahua Moitra is concerned. Now, it really says that Mahua Moitra was getting help from Suchetna Dalal, Shardul Shroff and Pallavi Shroff. These are journalists that have been named in this affidavit. They, in fact, were feeding her all kinds of unverified information regarding Mr. Adani and his companies. Also, there were others who were assisting her in these so-called targeted attacks, is what it says. She had interactions with many Congress leaders, including Rahul Gandhi, which were on matters relating to Adani's companies. She had frequent interactions with journalists from the Financial Times as well, also the New York Times, the BBC, and also a handful of other Indian publications, is what Darshan Hiranandani essentially has said. Palmi, take us through the details of how the investigations in this case will be finally carried out. How does it move from here on as far as the investigation is concerned?
Well, there are, this battle, so to say, is playing out at various fronts. Today, of course, the Delhi High Court will be hearing Mahua Moitra's defamation suit against Nishikant Dubey and Jai Anant Dehadrai. So they'll be hearing that matter. Then, of course, the matter is before the Ethics Committee. Nishikant Dubey, remember, wrote to the Lok Sabha Speaker after he received a letter from Jai Anant Dehadrai making all of these charges against Mahua Moitra. The Speaker referred the matter in his wisdom to the Ethics Committee. The Ethics Committee sits on October 26th. They will first hear Jai Anant Dehadrai at 12 noon, and at 12:30 they've called Nishikant Dubey. Based on any supporting evidence that they provide, they'll take a call. Vinod Sonkar spoke to India Today earlier this morning. They'll take a call on whether they should be summoning Mahua Moitra before the committee as well, because this is, of course, about breach of parliamentary privilege as well. If she has indeed shared her login ID with Darshan Hiranandani and he was posing questions as Mahua Moitra through her Lok Sabha, credentials. Then, of course, there is the matter before the CBI, because Jai Anant Dehadrai, the lawyer in this case, the complainant in this case, has also gone to the CBI with a complaint. He's given a 40-page complaint letter to the CBI saying, I have all the evidence, I can present myself and corroborate every allegation that I've made over here in terms of conversations he's overheard and the charges that he's leveled against Mahua Moitra. The CBI, for the moment, of course, has not lodged a case, but they're obviously going to see how things, of course, pan out over the next few days, especially with the Ethics Committee as well, before, of course, they proceed in that matter. So there's the Delhi High Court and there's Mahua Moitra's legal suit against Nishikant Dubey and Jai Anant Dehadrai and a bunch of publications which, in fact, put this news out. And then, of course, the matter before the Ethics Committee, which comes up on October 26th, and, of course, the complaint from Jai Anant Dehadrai before the CBI.
Getting us up to speed with that scandal. I'm going to thank you for the moment.